Yes? Okay. And for Chateau, there is 80% of Semillon and 20% of Sauvignon Blanc. And on these photographies, for example, you can see the different stages of the development of the number of plants at the same time. It's impossible to have all these different stages at the same time. So here it's a Photoshop, a tricky photography. So here you can see the first stage of the development of the number rose, and it is called cassamé in French. So you can see these small brown spots on the skin. And then, a few weeks later, the berry is full and rotten. So the microfungus transforms the substance of the berry. And the color will turn pink. And we have to wait because we don't have the concentration of sugar. So we will wait a few weeks, and then, little by little, the berry will ripen. And we will lose 50% of the juice. So here you can see the development of the number rose. So when we pick the grapes, we pick the grapes at 20 degrees potential alcohol. Wow. Yes. So it's more than 360 grams sugar per liter. So it's very concentrated. So when we are in the vine, we have here like that, and basket like that, and we will pick only the rotten grapes. And that's why we can come back 5 times, 6 times, or 11 times through the bunch. And of course, on the second bunch, you can have some berries which are affected with the acid rot or the grape rot. That's why we have to smell, we have to taste, and we have to wait. And for the sour rot, for example, there was a multiplication of bacteria, so then the berries split, and the birds and the insects transform the sugar into vinegar. So it smells vinegar. So you know that you have to discard all the berries which are affected with the sour rot. And for the grape rot, it's not so obvious to discover that it's the grape rot. So you have to open your clusters, and when you open your clusters, you can see that it's totally dry. So you don't have the concentration of sugar and alcohol, and it's only dust. So you know that it's not good, of course. So you know that you have to throw away all the berries which are affected with the sour rot. That's why we pick berry by berry. And here it's the harvest of 2000. In 2000, we lost 80% of the production. So there were only 20,000 of Chateau in 2000. So of course it's very painful because among the pickers there is a team of Chateau. And all along the year they work in the vine, and the women, they do nearly 50 different gestures on the same vine stock. So of course when they have to throw away 80% of the production, it's a catastrophe. So here it was in 2000, and here it's the harvest of 2003. So in 2003 there was a heat wave in August in France. So the concentration of sugar and alcohol was very, very high. So in 2003 it was impossible to pick berry by berry. So our stand master, Mrs. Sandrine Garbay, and our technical director, Mr. Francis Mayer, they asked the pickers to pick the whole bunch to have the perfect balance between the degree of acidity, sugar, and alcohol. So we adapt, if I can say that, on the development of the number ones, of course. And you can see the grapes before the pressings. And here we press 4 times. And when you press, we increase the degree of sugar and the degree of alcohol. We have 4 different subsoils. A plain subsoil, a limestone subsoil, a gravel subsoil, and a sandy subsoil. So when we pick plot by plot with variety by variety. And when we press a semillon from the gravel soil with a semillon from the limestone soil, and etc. But basically we separate the semillon from the Sauvignon Blanc. And one batch corresponds to 1 day of the harvest, or a half day of the harvest. So at the end of the harvest period, if you have 40 different batches, it means that you have to provoke 40 different alcoholic fermentation processes. So it's what we did last year. So last year, in October, for example, we had 900 barrels. And for Chateau, we do the alcoholic fermentation process in barrels. So every year we buy 100% new oak barrel. And of course, for the dry white wine, it's different. So we do the alcoholic fermentation in stainless steel tank. It lasts 15 days to do the alcoholic fermentation process. And then we transfer the dry white wine in 30% new oak barrel. So we can reuse the old barrels of Chateau for the dry white wine. Is it clear? Do you have some questions, maybe?
How do you decide the quantity of egg that you're going to produce every year?
We don't decide the quantity of egg. For egg, we do, put a lot of Sauvignon Blanc, and we pick one bunch per vine. Okay. And especially in the Sauvignon Blanc. But basically, we produce 10,000 bottles of egg, of the dry white wine, and for Chateau, it's 110,000 bottles, And that's why today we start the harvest period with the dry white wine. Before, in the 90s, for example, we finished the harvest with the dry white wine. But today we start the harvest with the dry white wine. Since 2004, we start again. But it's a minority, of course, if you want. Yes.